So at this point, we've actually identified a vulnerability that we want to take a look at. So what I want to do is use exploit Windows, and I can do tab completion here to help me with the typing. MS08_067, and that's the only one, so I'm going to use that one. Now what I want to do is I want to show the options. I want to see, first of all, what I've got some control over, the variables that I've got some control over, and I also want to see the things that I actually have to fill in. So it looks like I can change the port setting if I wanted to. I could change the SMB pipe, and it looks like what I actually have to do is I need to set the rhost. So I'm going to set rhost, and that's the variable I am setting to 172.30.42.17 is the target, because that's the system that we found via Nessus was vulnerable to this particular exploit. So now what I want to do is I want to run the exploit. I want to exploit the system. So we're running the exploit and we're trying to trigger the vulnerability. You can see it actually prints out everything that it's doing as it's going along, and now we've actually got into the system. So when I get the meterpreter prompt, it indicates that I'm actually on the system itself at this point. So I'm communicating with the system. I'm trying to do a file list and see whether we can actually get some data back. So here's all of the files on the target system, and it looks like this is probably the system32 directory that we are in at this point. So I am on the target system now, as you can see, and now what we want to do is do a little bit of data gathering so we can see if we can find users, for example, or some other useful artifacts from the system, maybe screenshots, for example. Screenshots are really great so that you can demonstrate that you are actually on the system. So I'll show you some of the different types of data that we can gather coming up in the next video.